Hey everyone, Zero JD here with the XBLA Fan Channel. Here we get a quick taste of The Division 2. That's right. It is, of course, The Division, but the second one. You are no longer in New York. You are now in Washington. I'm actually in the White House right now, which is your kind of main base of operations. This time around, though, you also have these little settlements, which you improve and you do projects for and stuff like that. That give you like blueprints and bounties for stuff like that. So that's also, you are also doing things to improve these settlements, which then give you extra recruits, which I can show you with the quartermaster. Like this lady allowed me to do a crafting station here. This lady allows me to now do clans, and then more and more people will be unlocked as I go. I'm assuming that this is a cosmetic person. I believe the next person will allow me to go to the dark zone. And those each have a requirement of what I need to do, like take resources to a control point, or take out a certain amount of enemies, or donate something. So it's all that kind of stuff. So I've actually recently unlocked a skill, which is unlocked by doing story missions, and that's how you unlock your gear. I am actually going to buy the Seeker Mines because those were always fun in the original game. So when you first unlock something, you actually use a skill point, and afterwards you use these shield tech points to upgrade them. So let's see. Seeker Explosion. These are always fun. So let's unlock you. So now that I've unlocked that, I can go to perks, and I see I've said in the bottom right, I have the shield tech. Those are, I pick them up during missions, and I'll have like side little areas I can go to pick them up, and those are for like skills and stuff. So I can have like, I can increase like my armor kits, which are essentially the health kits now. It's you have an armor, and then your shield, your health goes down, so whatever different. You also get these basic like mods and stuff. Modding is still in the game. If you played the Division 1 at all, this will be very, very familiar to you. So we're gonna actually go in here. I had a drone. I'm gonna replace him with my Seeker Mines. As you can see here, I can only unlock these at the base, but as you can see there, it requires 5 shield tech. So once you unlock it with a skill point, you then get the shield tech to unlock it. So I'm gonna go and assign to there. Boom. And I got my trusty turret here. Once again, the turret is baller. And again, everything like here, you have your like your armor, your weapon power, and then your like skill power on the top left there. I got your armor, health, and you got all your gear here and all that kind of stuff. You got your dark zone thing here, and then here, every time you level up, you get a pack of stuff that you can randomly open, and then you have mods here. Then, of course, you have your apparel shop, which is a different kind of thing there, and we got our crazy map, which I think is really cool. So what we're going to actually do is we're actually going to go and do this mission over here, and it'll actually be a good representation of all the other missions, where you get your mission, you go to a location, you go down a linear hallway, clearing enemies out. You get to the end of it, you activate something, and then you get to fight off enemies flooding in. And that's what it's been for most of the missions so far. Hey, it's the Division, but with a ton of improvements, ton of quality life stuff, and more content. Enemies are still bullet spongy if they are bosses. Usually they then have armor and then a pretty large health pool. And there are different factions. The first ones I ran into are the hyenas, which is very much these just like kind of gang dudes. Lots of not taking cover, lots of walking out in the and holding their guns sideways. The other fact, that person just disappeared. The other faction was the, where are they? Not the hyenas. I don't remember the name of them. It was Sons of something. I don't 100% remember who they are. But they were much more military kind of thing. They were taking cover, they were flanking. And then there was just another group of people that I encountered. I have no idea who they are, but they had suicide bombers, and they were throwing like Molotovs and fire bombs at me like crazy, so whatever. And like normal, got my primary weapon, secondary weapon, got my pistol. If I hold the button down, I'm sorry, it's double tap. I have my grenades on the left trigger, left D-pad. Right, as you can see in the middle there, those little clips are my armor, and below that, my orange is my health. So where are we gonna go? We're gonna go follow the map. So let's go. But as you can see, it's a different location, but it's still a city. It looks fine. I've had some issues. I am playing on an X. I've had issues with textures loading in and blurry textures coming in. I've rounded corners and have stuff just not be there and just pop in. I've like, let's say, ooh, there's a fight going on. Like earlier when I came past here, like these little pots here all popped in and loaded in, but it's like, again, like there is one loading screen and that's about it. So let's go in. Go, my friend. And it'll split up and it's the Division. If you've played this, you will know, you'll probably be, if you play Division 1, you'll be an expert in this. And of course, like the skills have cooldowns and all that kind of stuff. There is still special ammo. However, you pick it up and you use it then. And then you go back to your regular bullets kind of stuff. Encounters have been in like missions and stuff. You go through a room, kill all the enemies before the next room. There is a resupply thing. So it's never like, I've never really had issues with supplies and stuff. Put you down. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I have had severe issues with getting caught on cover when I wanted to get off of it. Like, I will, like, tap furiously to get out of cover, and it doesn't work. Hasn't killed me yet, though. Whoa! So as you can see there, my armor is low. I'm going to patch myself up. I'm about 4, 5, or 6 hours into the game. I've been doing a lot of the side stuff. I can also designate when I want something to attack. I feel that sometimes it has weird difficulty spikes. My last mission I did, like the mission structure was great. The enemies like were taking cover and all that kind of stuff, and then it finally gets to the end of it, and it's like see, like look at that dude. He was in the middle of nowhere. He had his gun sideways. That's the hyenas. They don't care. But like I got to the end of it, and I was fighting the boss who had massive amounts of health. A LMG which he fired oddly well, and I got him down to a certain amount of health, and I had people like just appear behind me or like kick down a door behind me and flank me and kill me because I had no indication that they were there. Or they had spawned in like the map or the what's it called at see on the upper left the radar shows where people are. It hadn't had enough time to load them in yet. So we're gonna avoid this event. Yeah, there's little events that pop up in here and there. Like one's a propaganda event. Also, if you destroy their bags and stuff, they explode. It's great. The boss that I did have issues with, I actually destroyed his ammo pouch, and it was a good, like, 10-15 seconds where he was freaking out as his ammo exploded. And, of course, you're running around picking stuff up. And, again, you're also breaking down stuff, crafting. It's, again, Division, but better. Look at those rats. I have seen dogs running around wild. I have not been able to pet the dogs yet, so I'm not sure about that. I know that's very important for anyone who wants to play this game. But this video will be a little bit longer. I just want to kind of show you the main mission structure that I've encountered so far. There are bounty missions where like, hey, you go to this area, kill everyone there, then track down the bounty, who then drops goodies and everything like that. Control points. Let me snuggle up in here. Control points are like these little safe areas where you go in, you kill the enemies, then a boss spawns, you kill him, then you hold off enemies, kill those enemies, and then a boss spawns, and then the area is yours, and it's kind of a safe area, and then you can donate supplies and stuff like that to like get, I believe it like keeps it, it hasn't really been like clear about what those actually do.
All right, drive out the hyenas and secure the rooftop gardens.
You can kill the deer, by the way. Well, it does not like that I'm whatever. Some of the sounds have been broken, but again, this is like those are all 100% things that can be fixed with a patch. Some of the sounds are very tinny, like I'm playing like in a cave or something like that, and it's really weird. It's very much heard when it's raining. Yes, it rains in this game. The weather changes and the time of day changes, and it's amazing. Go Happy Ball! Yes. Like I told you, that turret wrecks. So these guys right here, the melee dudes of the hyenas will actually huff paint and scream, "I've leveled up," and then rush you, and it's pretty funny. But like, look at this turret. He's adorable. I love him. There's a sniper there. I've also had weird stuff, like I'll be firing a gun and like the vibration will just stop. Like the turret over there, since if I wait for it to fully time out, the respawn, I believe, will be longer, so I'm going to disable it there. And it's going to come back in 50 seconds. I think usually it's like a minute. See? There he goes. And he's going to rush me. There's juggernauts who have like a whole body full of armor, and I've like, you just pick pieces off and then shoot them in those the squishy pieces. Snipers, suicide guys, which were given no introduction and almost caught me off guard. Overall, I think the game looks okay. It looks about, I think, the same as I remember the Division 1 being, but again, better looking because, like, hey, better optimization of the, like, the servers and stuff. Not servers, the consoles and game engines. So, like I said before, we just had this entire encounter, and here you go, restocked. So I'm never feeling like I'm out of ammo. But so far, I'm with some of the frustration and weird stuff. I'm sure that will be balanced. I am enjoying this. Hee hee. So another interesting that you just you see in the bottom left there is if you're down, you can actually request backup, and it'll put out a sort of SOS message, and it will ask if other people want to join you into your world, which I think is pretty neat. There you go. A fun thing that they have is if you get near a corner that might cause damage when you jump down, you have to hold B, and when you jump down, it looks like one of those people who jumps off a ledge and is terrified of their ankles being damaged. Like, if you listen to that just now, it's very tinny. It's weird how it sounds. There's a lot of chatter between enemies and stuff like that, and it's actually pretty good. The echoes are back. Earlier there was one between these guys. They kill each other and they don't care. Like, they legitimately don't give a damn about each other. Alright, so actually I placed that in a terrible place. A lot of times when you get to these areas, they have no idea that you're there, even if it was like a firefight like 3 feet away. So we're gonna actually... Yeah! Get them. I love that thing. But one of the weird things is, like, if you do want to unlock skills, you do have to return to the main base. I have an LMG as my other gun. I have it mainly for when I'm fighting a boss and he kind of rounds the corner. Hey there. And of course there is the sweet, sweet loot. If you were like me in the first one, I did not like it when they were like, hey, we're gonna make it so like now you do like it says that you do like 1,100,000 damage. They have it back to like they've standardized it where it's like, no, you do like 120 damage kind of thing, and that makes me happy. There is the one of the additions for the drone is actually that it will repair your armor. Also, I don't know if you can see that, he is actually oh no, he's not gripping on. Never mind. It was my vision, my eyes playing a trick on me. Go, friend. Oh, man. So I'm gonna, okay, so you can see my health's almost gone. That happens a lot. I feel like I go from a few bars of armor to almost no health at all very quickly. But it is annoying. Let's go. I don't need that armor ammo because like it almost feels like there shouldn't be ammo drops because of how like if you see right through this door. Boom, more ammo. Like it almost feels like ammo drops are worthless. I like that he does like the wall walk. It's funny.
Hostiles near your position.
This must be where most of the hyenas are holed up. Make your way through this side of the complex and...
Hi. But like, look at him. Look at him walk around with that like sideways gun. But like it was a Sons of something. I don't remember what it was, but they are very clearly the military faction. I think that's a All right. See how I have explosive rounds. So what we need to do is pop that over there, and this should. Oh, I saw that. Here, you're gonna... Alright, cool. Like, they have very little regard for their life. But this is the normal mission structure. Go in, clear out enemies, and I'm sure once I get to the end of... Ooh, explosions. One of the cool things is I went into a lab earlier that had like chemicals and stuff all over the counters, and I just kind of swept the room with bullets, and just stuff was exploding left and right. It was amazing to watch. It was really cool. Ooh. Put that over there. Just get ready. Like I said before, like a lot of times I feel like I'm just losing massive amounts of life with little indication of how. Whoa, hey! And there is a melee, it's right trigger. I mean, right, pressing on the right stick. Oh, there's totally a way down over there. Cool. Let's go get him. But we'll get to the end of this. You'll see the reward and all that kind of stuff. This is actually a quest to improve my, to get batteries for, did you do that? Are you the Kool-Aid man? Eh. The achievements make mention of you'll be getting like a crossbow kind of thing. What else? A grenade launcher. There's a chem launcher now that you can launch like goo at people to restrain them and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I haven't used it, but there's little videos of it.
Get over there. Let's wrap this one up.
All right, what am I doing? Oh, I'm going through this door. What was that? I don't know what that was, but whatever. Like, and again, here, ammo, yay! Kind of, it again makes everything feel worthless. They have the pulse and stuff like that. The shield's back. The shield you can actually deploy and hold on to it. You can have a machine gun. You can have a pistol. And of course, there's these random chests with goodies in them. But like looking at the map again, like the shield tech, like there's some here. And then there's like missions that will give you like 4 of them or something like that, or 5. And like, I've gone back to the base after playing for like maybe 20, 30 minutes and having like 20 of these things. Man, they were not ready for me. Go, little dude. Man, I remember in Division 1 when the Dark Zone first was starting to get big. That people were not expecting that little rolly ball. It was great. Oh, I can't use that yet. Grenades, of course, you chuck them and they will show like where, like, oop, I think he moved. See how it's red there? Whoa, 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 get back inside.
Where you think you're going?
See, since he's like right here. All right, but I'm almost dead. I feel that there could be a better way of them informing you that someone is sneaking up behind you, because if you're like in a firefight, you don't always have time to kind of look like at the top left corner to see where people are. Like I had like, there's also a lot of people, enemies that just charge you, and it doesn't feel like any sort of like realistic like. God, like there, I don't know how I lost so much armor and health out of nowhere. God. Is there a person behind me? I don't know. All right, see, like that's a armored person, so they're gonna be a bit more difficult to kill. Yellow usually means that they're a special enemy. So now I gotta wait until my health kind of ticks back up. Hopefully he doesn't throw anything at me. Whoa. Alright, we got this. Like, again, just so much health, and like so much health just gets zapped from you, and it feels like up into this very last section of the game, this area, I was doing pretty freaking well, and then a small little like spike in difficulty. There it is.
All right, the apartment complex is ours. And these gardens should provide the theater with a steady source of food and water. I'm sure Odessa will be pleased.
There's a blue over here somewhere. So this one actually broke the mold of having to hold off enemies, but yeah, that's whatever. Still very limited of what I have seen of kind of going back and forth. Also, lower the rope. But yeah, that's The Division 2. I am ZeroJD, this is the XBLA Fan Channel. If you liked The Division 1, you will love this. Or if you loved The Division 1, you will love this. If you enjoyed The Division 1, you will enjoy this. It is very much a refined experience. Before I go, for people who are actually looking for resources and everything, for like donations and stuff, if you go down to these and you see that they are green, that means that they are stocked and you can go collect them. If they are red, that means they are enemy controlled, like this green one here and this green one here. I can go and collect them. I believe gray means that they have been collected, and people from like here or your control points will kind of like run around and collect stuff. And here's like a random event and all that kind of stuff. But as you can see, the map's a interesting size. I think Division 1 was bigger, maybe? We can go across here. Roosevelt Island. But I wouldn't be surprised. They've had like a year 1 pass and all that kind of stuff. It is neat that they have 2 dark zones. They don't look giant. Oh, Maryland Avenue. But that is The Division 2. Thank you very much for joining us. I know it was a little longer than normal. Fast travel is alive and well. The safe houses and the settlement, and then the main base here. Just so you all know, and anyone who's played the rest, remember how like in The Division 1 where they, when you fast traveled to home base, they spawned you like half a mile, quote unquote, away from the base. When you fast travel back to the White House, they actually place you right outside of it. Settlements, they place you inside of them, and then the safe houses, they place you right inside of them, so it's pretty nice. But if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Check out our other videos. It helps us a lot. Like, subscribe, share the videos. It actually helps us a lot. And check out our other videos. We mostly do indie stuff, but I wanted to do a Division 2 video because I am enjoying this. Oh, wow. Look on the right side there. They have a lot of red dots. But yeah, look where I am. Hey, right outside. And then we go. Well, you can't. And then you can run inside. You've been running indoors. Can't tell me what to do, Mom. And then we go over here and look at perks and stuff. But like if I wanted to go in here and be like, hey, I didn't like that one. I want to get like the Seeker Airburst. I'll just need one more of the Shield Tech, but those are super easy to get. But again, thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.